When I was an I can't wait to discover all of the hidden blocks this level has to offer. My word. When I was an aunt, I didn't even perceive an invisible block as a concept. I was mostly into visible things. I wish I hadn't done that.
Are you ready?
Get out of here. You're not going to Egypt. When I was an aunt, I always wanted to go to the land of Egypt. You see, when I was a shitty little ant, I would go for crazy maneuvers such as yourself. You dumbass. My word. They both seem to perish due to their own inability to make common sense decisions. A top path? My word. When I was an aunt, I would dream of a top path instead of my lowly streets. In what world? Oh, okay. My gamepad died. Can I say I missed a spring jump because of that? My word. A spring jump by a dumbass such as my... Alright, I'm gonna get the thing. A problem solver like me has never been an ant. I didn't say that. My word. This is gonna be bumping and jumping. Check it out. I'm gonna hold right this time instead. Watch. And just like that, he was gonna prove how he holds right. He would hold right like no other. He had no brother. Except for when he was an aunt. Dude, you got a lot of exclamation points there. And italics? My word. You went hyper on the font. Gung-ho ability. How would you describe this? Well, when I was a fucking ant, I think my ant energy just said, you're about to beat the level, sonny boy. Don't mind if I do. You see, when I was an ant, I could do anything. Wow. When I was an ant, I had this guy's body. -2, of course. Look, it's Mario Maker 1. But I can show you two things. One of them, a tiny little scooter that's really fast. But when an ant rides him, he becomes quite loving. He's ready to embrace life now with you, ant buddy. My word. Victorcore posted evidence of when I was an aunt. They started hating him at a young age. Being a dumb little ant, he would jump in any hole filled with lava. There's no reason for me to jump. That does just make me vulnerable, but you really went 3 chomps on me? My word, do you have no shame? Sorry, I went half an ant on you and I promised I wouldn't! I'm feeling confident. My confidence diminished. Just like that. I remembered when I was tiny and then, frankly, an ant. No, stupid! Stupido. Here we find out our host is a dumbass. My word! I can't beat it! My word! I recently discovered a pyramid. My word! Good fucking luck. Sorry, my 3 bodyism got out on me right there. I'm so sure you can understand. My word. Takes an ant to drive a car like this. My word. When I was an ant, this game took years to complete. No, you didn't even know me when I was an ant. You just like the idea of me being like a sort of hybrid tri-body force, you know? You just like the idea of how versatile I likely was. What effort I likely brought to my colony. And how my ideas were likely awesome. But you didn't know me. What am I doing today? Well, I'm gonna do uncleared levels. But what even is an uncleared level? Thankfully, we hired a time-traveling historian to explain what an uncleared level is. Spoiler alert, there will be some timeline stuff you might not want to hear.
I don't actually know what an uncleared level is, but we're going back in time to find someone who does. He's here.
My word, an uncleared level is a level that hasn't even been cleared yet. That was crazy. I felt like an ant for a second. No, don't do it. I'm beyond that phase of my life. My word, don't. Ant moment, what do you mean? My word, I'm an expert of the craft. People are pretty hyped that you're a fly now instead of an ant.